Hello and welcome back to episode 4 in this series on Arsenal summer transfer window. The playlist is linked below if you want to see out the others, but today I'm going to talk about the midfield. Arsenal midfield are a bit in flux at the moment. Jorginho has left. We're expecting to see Sambi Lokonga sold. He doesn't have an obligation, but he's sort of looking to leave the club permanently, and that would generate a bit of income for Arsenal. So that would leave Arsenal with Thomas Partey were he to sign a new deal, Moreno and Rice as the only midfielders. Martin Zubimendi looks like he's on his way, despite sort of recent reports that suggest that might not be as clear-cut as it seemed. I think he will come. I'll give my thoughts on that on this channel. And that sort of covers the 6 role. Now, Zubimendi's arrival, I think, he's a progressive passer, reads the game really well. I think a nice sort of foil for Declan Rice. Concerns, of course, would be that he might be a bit lightweight for the Premier League. But if Thomas Partey were to sign, I think, that sort of gives us that optionality and help him settle in well. Were Partey to go, I think Arsenal may look to sign another 6 just because of Mikel Arteta's preference to sort of have Odegaard as a sort of hub for attacking play and sort of 2 more solid players behind him. And one player there might be Agume. He plays in France. He's a progressive passer as well, with good defensive awareness and much younger. That might be sort of a development option there that you could sort of bring in to back up Zubimendi in midfield were that to happen. But what I think Arsenal's midfield is really missing is sort of direct runners on the ball. Declan Rice can do it, but he's sort of more of a power runner rather than a sort of trickery runner. And that player can sort of do something out of nothing. And I think there's a couple of sort of options for where Arsenal go here. I think one is a slightly more experienced player who might expect minutes. I think if you did that, I think you'd want them to be able to play a couple of positions. And someone like Eze or Morgan Rogers at Aston Villa, both sort of that sort of player, power runners, can sort of produce something out of nothing. Technically very good players, very aware players, Premier League proven. I like both of them. Morgan Rogers, was a worry of mine, but he's really grown on me, and credit to Rory for sort of persuading me that I was incorrect on that one. Both of those I think are options. They'd be expensive options, but Villa might look to sign an Eze, despite Palace being in Europe this season, may well want sort of an upgrade, and Arsenal would be that. But other options might be some younger options. Now, Naipan, the Norwegian 18-year-old, really highly rated. He might be happy coming here. Villa have apparently not got that deal done as of yet. There are problems with that deal. And Arsenal might be able to hijack that. And the advantage of this younger profile would be if you don't want to sort of, or can't get that sort of Eze, Morgan Rogers, which I think would be my preference, would be they wouldn't be expecting so much playing time. And that would just give Arsenal that option off the bench. So Naipan, one option. We were linked with Caritas in the last couple of days. I think that doesn't make sense. He's more of a right-sided option rather than a left-sided option. And that sort of is a block for 1 year in Dalman's future. So that one doesn't appease me. But they're my thoughts. I'll speak to you soon.